Welcome to the Lagos Youth Show where the city's energy meets with ambition. All right, we're here for you and we're your voice on the Lagos Youth Show on Lagos Television from every part of Lagos, from Ikeja to Badagry to Ikorodu to Lagos Island down to Ekpe. And on the show, we've got you covered on everything and anything. Yeah, when I mean everything, now, from entertainment to information that you need to know. I am Oluwatosi Olajide. All right, Omelu. Yes, Omelu, don't worry. All right, let's go on this quick break. As usual, we have guests for you. And today, we're talking finances. We're talking economy. So sit back, relax. I'll be right back. All right, so today, as usual, we have our guests now. And today we'll be talking about something very crucial to every youth in Lagos. As a major economic powerhouse in Nigeria, Lagos State boasts a thriving economy filled with diverse industries. And you know that now we don't joke here in Lagos State. All right, that brings us to our conversation today. And our topic today is understanding money and the economy in Lagos State. And most importantly, as a youth, you need to understand how the economy goes. How do you even cope in this kind of economy here in Lagos? All right, we have our guest here, and the name of our guest is Daniel Adedunmola. He is a financial analyst. You're welcome to Lagos Youth Show here on Lagos Television.
Thank you, madam.
Hope you're good. Let me start from there.
Yes, I am.
And I like the little bit of ashoke on your top. It's so nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. We're talking economy. We're talking about, well, economy will actually enter into our finances, right?
Yes.
All right, and particularly to youth here in Lagos. All right, let me take you from here. How can youth in Lagos State contribute to the state's economic growth? And what are the opportunities available to youth here in Lagos?
Okay. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
And let's go straight to the conversation itself. Lagos already is a mega city, and Lagos is moving to the dimension of a smart city.
Mm-hmm.
And as it is now, it is the point where we need to also look at, in a general term, to the inflation too is coming up. So now, for you to be able to match up the economic situation in the country, or in Lagos particularly, as a smart city that we are hoping to see in years to come, which is already manifesting, you need to start looking at how to see that, okay, your investment or your cost of living is able to match up as at that time when it's not at par. Now, areas to consider, apart from the fact that, okay, you just don't eat your seed, you make investments, financial investment, where you have to plant and be able to see that in years to come, inflation does not catch up with your savings. It's no longer just having to save, but it's about investing. Now, when we talk about investment these days is no longer about you having all of the millions of the multi-million dollars fundings for investing. You can invest as an individual. Investing now too does not even require for you to go to the point where you have to, start thinking, okay, do I have to start my own business? Do I have to start making sure? Do I have to start looking at, okay, where do I concentrate on? As an investor, you can also invest in already existing businesses. And one of the good places to invest is in the capital markets.
I was about to go that. Where are the places youths can actually invest in?
Good. So you can invest in the capital market. You can invest in piggy invest. You can invest in federal government bonds. You can invest in money markets. You can invest in mutual funds.
All right. Let me ask. Federal government bonds.
Yes.
You have an idea about it, right?
Yes.
Can you just explain probably process about getting that done?
Okay. So like I said earlier on, Lagos is moving to a smart city.
Of course.
And back in the days where it used to be tedious, now we now have a same smart digital process where you can, even on your own, it's just for you to meet a stockbroker. So with your stockbroker, I put you through the processes on how to, it's just like a treasury bill. No, you have to have, it's an annual payment of minimum of 2 years, 3 years. There's even currently a bond on ground for federal government now, $10 million fund, so Euro bond. Yes, so, you have your stockbroker to put you through on how to, go with that, and it's not as tedious as
All
2,
right,
3 years.
So
bond.
what's the minimum to actually invest?
Okay, so it's the new bond is from as low as 1,000 naira, which is 5,000 naira, but is in the thousands of naira. So in 1,000 naira, 5,000 naira, 100,000 naira,
okay, I get
1 million. So it's in tens of thousands of naira that you invest in.
Okay,
Yes.
so I get you. All right, that about that. Now, I would like to ask, are youths in Lagos facing challenges, economic challenges? Like, I'm throwing it to you now.
Yes, you see, it's youths in Lagos specifically are facing challenges, economic challenges, because they don't have that orientation or awareness of the places to invest their funds, or places to see. Not when I mean places, I mean categories where they can focus and channel their current seed. I'm using the word seed here because it is you starting little, and when you invest, it becomes blossom. And when we also talk about investment, you don't need excessive funds you can start building your wealth, start building your funds, building your investment on monthly basis. Let's say you're a salary earner, or you are a business person, or you receive daily wages or weekly wages. So you can do an investment on a progressive method where you invest 10,000 this month, next month you invest 10,000, so you don't need to have.
It doesn't have to be
Exactly.
All right, so the economic challenges, and straight up you answered it, because I think before this question you already answered part of the solutions to the challenges. All right, so part of it, let me rephrase, or let me just mention what you talked about.
All right.
Is investment.
Yes.
Now, aside investment, just which other thing do you think, or what other thing do you think is a solution to economic challenge for youth?
All right, so now aside investment itself, also take for instance, fast-moving consumable goods are products where you see we cannot do without eating, we cannot do without lifestyle, we cannot do without shelter, we cannot do without clothing. Now, so you can also as well invest in those businesses, not invest now, but you can also trade or work in line with businesses that you know that are in trends, that you cannot, are just daily essentials. With that, you can, keep going as such like that.
All right, so I'd like to ask, how can private sector and the government collaborate to actually make it easier for the youth out there to, to come out of economic challenge?
So, you see, the government is trying and giving their best, and the private sector to definitely, are heads up in the game. Now, with the policies of the government, enables the private sector to strive. With that, it brings on collaboration.
Okay.
You understand? Now, that aside, you get to see that there is this trend of things happening recently with some other organization or parastatal cutting away with citizens' funds because of improper guidance or regulation. Okay. I would not want to mention, but I know you could get what I'm referring to. So with the government having to stream and tightening up the regulatory policies, regulatory method of saying that, okay, it is all scrutinized, it is in shape, And with that, it gives the confidence of security for individuals to grow the economy.
Okay, so on a last note,
Yes.
are there ways youths can participate in budgeting and decision-making process in Lagos State?
So, youths participating in budgeting.
Yeah.
First of all, you have to start with yourself, start with your family, start with your community, start with your place of work. So like I said, it's a progressive thing that you have to do. So for you to want to be able to make budgets for someone or for the community or for the society, you yourself would have practiced budgeting yourself. How do you plan your finances? How do you manage your own funds? So if you're able to manage your funds, then you can now say, okay, let me now go on a broader level.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, having said that, I'd like you to advise that youth out there watching, or let me say, I'd like you to give a financial advice to that youth as a financial analyst that you are. Yes. Advise the youth how to deal with the finances.
Okay, so this will be my take home.
Of course, your take home.
It will not get better unless you keep pushing for it to be better. And number one thing that will make it better, first of all, is your mindset. So you have to be able to nurture your mindset that it's definitely going to be better. Now, that is one. Secondly, too, you have to make sure that while that is ongoing, you prepare ahead of what is to come. Not you making yourself to be caught at the middle way.
Did you get that? Get prepared. That's the cocoa of the matter. All right, thank you for coming, Daniel Adedunmola. Hope to see you some other time, because personally, I need to learn more in finances, though.
Yeah, my humble pleasure, and I always want to.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being on the Lagos Youth Show.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the streets of Lagos. Let us hear from the youths out there. Let us see their take on the topic for today. We'll be right back.
All right, there are many opportunities that are visible starting from our surroundings. Basically, we know pure water selling as one of the most common business you can start with a little bit of capital. But of course, it's a very good and nice way to start making money in Lagos. So, because everybody in Lagos is hustling and all the time they need to call off. So, if you're starting a pure water business, there is no doubt you can advance to bottled water business. I can advance to cold beverages businesses.
A means for you to make money is you just need to be business orientated. You need to be business orientated. And what I mean by business orientated is, like, for instance, maybe you have friends or your community, or you feel like they are like lacking something, or something that if you can get this thing to this person can offer you money. Do you understand? For instance, now let's say you have friends and probably you are saying that it's like these people they don't really know where to like get some kind of nice clothes, and you feel like you can deliver in that aspect. You understand? Or you feel like these guys their baba not really sharp. Sure you get I feel they deliver them nice looks, or maybe sure you get like you just have to just look for that thing that you feel like they need, and you can just come through for them. You get. So for instance, now maybe you get a clothes that you want to sell to them, you pitch it to them, your guys, sometimes friends, doesn't have to be your guys. So, and besides, there are other ways too, there are other ways. So that's just my own opinion.
Making money in Lagos State is not the economy and all of that, but one thing that has helped me so far is while I left secondary school, I went to fashion school to learn fashion designing, just like this. So that has actually helped me from then till now. So I own my own brand and I make my own outfit. So fashion designing has kind of like everybody needs demand for clothing. People go to Owambe, people People like elegant outfits, just like the one I'm putting on. So that is what I specialize on. I make elegant outfits, and that has been my niche, and that has been my source of income as a youth in Lagos State.
Making source of income in Lagos has been very challenging. However, you cannot do without source of income or means of getting yourself money or feeding yourself in Lagos. It has been challenging, but there are so many things that you do. Whether you get yourself a skills, you get yourself a business, or you are doing a salary work. Among these three, there's no one that is easy to do. Three of them are very challenges, but because you need to survive, you need to live, you have to engage in one or all. It's possible. You could own a business, you could be working in a company, and also have a skills that you are doing. It is possible, but as Lagos is, everything is so expensive and the lights. Like I said, I'm into real estate. I help people to get apartments. I'm also a media personnel. I've worked with media house before. So these are just things I have done to ensure that I am getting myself fed every day by day. So I just feel as a youth, source of income in Lagos, or how to get yourself a means of living, is just to struggle and get yourself a means of any money. That is just all.
All right, it's still the Lagos Juice Show here on Lagos Television, and this is where we wrap it up. This is where we draw the curtain on today's edition of the show. I hope you've gotten something from today's program. You've gotten things to know about your finances. You know what to do. You know what to do in this economy. Investment. I think I picked that from what our guest Daniel talked about. All right, till I come your way again, till we'll come your way again on Lagos Youth Show here on Lagos Television. I am Oluwatosin Olajide. See you.